Lecture 14. Learning and drafting a paragraph. Foreign language to foreign languages. Objectives. To study planning and drafting a paragraph, to learn what is free writing. Plan of the lecture: pre-writing, free writing, clustering. Academic writing, as the name implies, is the kind of writing that you are required to do in college or university. It differs from other kinds of writing such as personal, literary, journalistic, or business writing. Its differences can be explained in part by its particular audience, tone, and purpose. Whenever you write, consider your specific audience. That is, the people who will read what you have written. In academic writing, your audience is primarily your professors or instructors. Second, consider the tone of your writing, your style or manner of expression. It is revealed by your choice of words and grammatical structures, and even the length of your sentences. The tone of a piece of writing can be, for example, serious, amusing, personal, or impersonal. Academic writing is formal and serious in tone. Finally, the purpose of a piece of writing determines its organizational patterns. A persuasive essay will be organized in one way and the essay in another way. Writing is a process of creating, organizing, writing, and polishing. In the first step of the process, you create ideas. In the second step, you organize the ideas. In the third step, you write a rough draft. In the final step, you polish your rough draft by editing it and making revisions. The first step in the writing process is to choose a topic and collect information about it. This step is often called pre-writing because you do the step before you start writing. If you are given a specific writing assignment, such an essay, question, or an examination, then what you can write about is limited. However, when you can choose your own topic, here are 2 tips for making a good choice. Choose a topic that interests you. Choose a topic that fits the assignment. If you are not sure what interests you, pay attention to what kinds of newspaper or magazine articles you read. Do your eyes stop at stories about new discoveries in science? Do you turn immediately to the travel, sports, or entertainment sections of newspapers? If you spend time watching television or exploring the internet, what captures your interest when you are flipping through TV channels or surfing the net? Suppose you are interested in the environment, which is a very large topic. You must narrow the topic perhaps to environmental pollution, if that is your interest. Environmental pollution, however, is still a large topic, so you must narrow the topic further, perhaps to one type of environmental pollution, such as pollution in the oceans. Writing about ocean pollution is still too large, because it includes pollution by oil, chemicals, and garbage. Therefore, you must narrow your topic further, perhaps to oil as a source of ocean pollution. You could make this topic even narrower by writing only about the effects of oil spills on sea life. This is an appropriate topic for a college assignment, perhaps a 10-page paper. For an essay-length paper, you should narrow the topic further, perhaps to just one kind of sea life, corals or seabirds or shellfish. The next pre-writing step is to collect information and develop ideas. For some writing tasks, you will need to go to outside sources such as newspapers, magazines, library books, or the internet. For other assignments, you can interview friends, classmates, and neighbors to get their ideas and opinions. For still other writing tasks, you can search your own brain and life experiences. 4 useful techniques for exploring within yourself are journal writing, listing, free writing, and clustering. So let's talk about journal writing. In journal writing, you can record your daily experiences, or you can write down quotations that are meaningful to you. You might write about a dream you had. You might have a conversation with yourself on paper, which you discuss a problem or an idea. The advantage of writing a journal is that you are writing only for yourself. You can write down your thoughts and explore ideas without worrying what other people will think. A personal journal can be a very rich source of ideas. 3 other brainstorming techniques are listing, free writing, and clustering. Learn how to do each of them and then decide which is the most productive for you. Listing is a process of generating a lot of information within a short time. Listing is particularly useful if your starting topic is very broad. You need to narrow it down. Jot down all the possible terms that emerge from the general topic you are working on. This procedure works especially well if you work in a team. All team members can generate ideas, with one member acting as scribe. Do not worry about editing or throwing out what might not to be a good idea. Simply write down as many possibilities as you can. Group the items that you have listed according to arrangements that make sense to you. Are things thematically related? Give each group a label. Now you have a narrower topic with possible points of development. Write a sentence about the label you have given the group of ideas. Now you have a topic sentence or possibly a thesis statement. Listing is a brainstorming technique in which you think about your topic and quickly make a list of whatever words or phrases come into your mind. Your purpose is to produce as many ideas as possible in a short time, and your goal is to find a specific focus for your topic. Follow this procedure. Write down the general topic at the top of your paper. Make a list of every idea that comes into your mind about the topic. Don't stop writing until you have filled a page. Keep the ideas flowing. Try to stay on the general topic. However, if you write down information that is completely off the topic, don't worry about it because you can cross it out later. Use words, phrases, or sentences and don't want about spelling or grammar. Free writing has traditionally been seen as a pre-writing technique in academic environments in which a person writes continuously for a set period of time without worrying about rhetorical concerns or conventions and mechanics, sometimes working from a specific prompt provided by a teacher. While free writing often produces unusable material, it can help writers overcome writing blocks and build confidence by allowing them to practice text production, phrases of the writing process without fear of. Some writers even use the technique to collect initial thoughts and ideas on a topic. Free writing is not the same as automatic writing. Unlike brainstorming, where ideas are simply listed, in free writing, one writes sentences to form a paragraph about whatever comes to mind. The technique involves continuous writing. The writer writes without regard to spelling, grammar, etc. and makes no corrections. If the writer reaches a point where they can think of anything to write, they will write that they can't think of anything or repeat words until they find another line of thought. The writer freely strays off topic, letting thoughts lead where they may. At times, a writer may also do a focused free writing. The technique involves continuous writing, usually for a predetermined period of time, often 5 to 15 minutes. The writer writes without regard to spelling, grammar, etc., and makes no corrections. Expanding from this topic, the thoughts may stray to make connections and create more abstract views on the topic. This technique helps a writer explore a particular subject before putting ideas into a more basic context. Free writing is often done on a daily basis as a part of the writer's daily routine. Also, students in many writing courses are assigned to do such daily writing exercises. Free writing is a process of generating a lot of information by writing non-stop for a predetermined amount of time. It allows you to focus on a specific topic, but forces you to write so quickly that you are unable to edit any of your ideas. Free write on the assignment on general topic for 5 to 10 minutes non-stop. Force yourself to continue writing even if nothing specific comes to mind. So you could end up writing, "I don't know what to write about," over and over until an idea pops into your head. This is okay. The important thing is that you do not stop writing. This free writing will include many ideas. At this point, generating ideas is what is important, not the grammar or spelling. After you have finished free writing, look back over what you have written and highlight the most prominent and interesting ideas. Then you can begin all over again with a tighter focus. You will narrow your topic, and in the process you will generate several relevant points about the topic. Free writing is a brainstorming activity in which you write freely about a topic because you are looking for a specific focus. While you are writing, one idea will spark another idea. As with listing, the purpose of free writing is to generate as many ideas as possible and to write them down without worrying about appropriateness, grammar, spelling, or organization. Remember, the more you free write, the more ideas you will have. Don't worry if your mind seems to run dry. Just keep your pencil moving. Follow this procedure. Write the topic at the top of your paper. Write as much as you can about the topic until you run out of ideas. Include such supporting items as facts, details, and examples that come into your mind about the subject. After you have run out of ideas, reread your paper and circle the main ideas that you would like to develop. Take each main idea and free write again. Clustering, also called mind mapping or idea mapping, is a strategy that allows you to explore the relationships between ideas. Put the subject in the center of a page, circle or underline it. As you think of other ideas, write them on the page surrounding the central idea. Link the new ideas to the central circle with lines. As you think of ideas that relate to the new ideas, add to those in the same way. The result will look like a web on your page. Locate clusters of interest to you and use the terms you attach to the key ideas as departure points for your paper. Clustering is another brainstorming activity you can use to generate ideas. To use this technique, first write your topic in the center of your paper and draw a balloon around it. This is your center or core. Then write whatever ideas come to you in balloons around the core. Think about each of these ideas and make more balloons around them. For example, suppose you are writing about the changes technology is making in the way we communicate. Step 3 in the writing process is writing the rough draft. Follow your outline as closely as possible and don't worry about grammar, punctuation or spelling. A rough draft is not supposed to be perfect. Above all, remember that writing is a continuous process of discovery. As you are writing, you will think of new ideas that may not be in your brainstorming list or outline. You can add or delete ideas at any time in the writing process. Just be sure that any new ideas are relevant. The fourth and final step in the writing process is polishing what you have written. This step is also called revising and editing. Polishing is most successful if you do in 2 stages. First, attack the big issues of content organization, then work on the smaller issues of grammar and punctuation. After you write the rough draft, the next step is to revise it. When you revise, you change what you have written to improve it. You check it for content and organization, including unity, coherence, and logic. You can change, rearrange, add, or delete all for the goal of communicating your thoughts in a clearer, more effective, and more interesting way. During the first revision, do not try to correct grammar, sentence structure, spelling, or punctuation. Read over your paragraph carefully for a general overview. Focus on the general aspects of the paper and make notes in the margins about rewriting the parts that need to be improved. Check to see that you have achieved your stated purpose. Check for general logic and coherence. Your audience should be able to follow your ideas easily and understand what you have written. Check to make sure that your paragraph has a topic sentence and that the topic sentence has a central focus. Check for unity. Cross out sentences that are off the topic. Check to make sure that the topic sentence is developed with sufficient supporting details. The second step in polishing your writing is proofreading your paper for possible errors in grammar, sentence structure, spelling, and punctuation. Check each sentence for correctness and completeness. By yourself, with a partner, or in a group, edit the following second draft. Suggest improvements to the sentence structure and correct any mistakes you find in the grammar, punctuation, and mechanics. So, questions. What is pre-writing? What is free writing? What is clustering? And how to write the topic sentence? And sources you can use to prepare for your practical lessons.